Hello there! It's time for another episode of Red Plays. So, last few episodes, I'd done some Captain America versus the Rhino, bested the Rhino twice standard, took the Rhino up to expert, and bested him with Captain America easy. So, the next step up here is we'll take Captain America up against the Klaw and see how that works out. So I've got the base Klaw set out here, still using the base Captain America deck, comes straight out of the hero pack. Standard Klaw, I've got, let's see, my hit points for this Klaw start out at 12. He's at 12. We start out with our underground distribution. It's got a defense network. So the thing that we're going to look at here is Klaw is going to draw his helpful minion that the underground distribution does here, right? So you get I'm going to flip until we find a minion. So that's not a minion. And that's not a minion. And the weapons runner is a minion. Alright, he's probably the least threat of a minion in the deck right there. So I'm happy with that. Alright, so as Captain America, I'm going to get my 6 cards now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see what we start off with here. We've got Avengers Assembled, Fearless Determination, Squirrel Girl, and a Quinjet, Power of Leadership. That is not a very strong starting hand. It's not horrible. Squirrel Girl could come out quite easily and take out the weapons runner. What am I looking at there? I just don't really, I'm not enthusiastic about that hand. So let's get a different hand out here and see what we come up with. So let's try 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't mulligan very often, but that time I'm going to. Oh, I start with Cap Shield. So that's kind of a downer. So normally I get to go dig for it, but I've got a Heroic Strike out there. I've got my Super Soldier Serum, which I like. I don't know that I'm going to have the mana to do all the stuff that I want. I definitely want to get that out there, and I definitely want to get that out there, which is going to use up most of my stuff. If I do that, I'm not going to be able to get Wonder Man out there. 1, 2, 3. I think I want to get these out there at the beginning of my turn. Okay, so let's see here. Guess we're sticking with this because we already mulliganed. I don't get to get more. So I'm not going to worry about bringing Wonder Man out this turn. So let's flip over to Cap. Ooh, wait a minute. No. Let's go back. Okay, we'll stay as Steve Rogers. I can pay 2 for my Super Soldier Serum. I can get Wonder Man out this round. I will use my Super Soldier Serum to make a mana to give Wonder Man out, because Wonder Man's 1 cheaper because of Steve Rogers' Living Legend ability, which reduces the cost of the first ally by 1. So I do get Wonder Man out. I'm going to go ahead and go over to Captain America, and I will use my Heroic Strike to bring out my shield. Alright, so the downside here is I don't have anything to make Wonder Man attack this round. So that kind of sucks. Also, I can't get all the threat off of the defense network, which would have been nice. I think what I will do is I will have Captain America use my 2 attack the weapons runner and take him out. So there's 1 less minion out there. And then with that, I'm going to finish my turn. So we'll untap. I'm going to draw 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we got, there's the Falcons. I've been playing the Falcon wrong in the last 2 playthroughs. If you've watched them, what you'll see is when I play the Falcon, I grab 3 cards off of there and I throw them in the discard pile, looking to see which ones are treacheries. Actually, I should be looking at those 3 cards and then putting them back on top of the deck, which kind of mimics Falcon's ability. It makes sense story-wise, like Falcon's flying over, taking the lay of the land, right? So he can see the next 3 cards and then put them back, in addition to the treacheries taking away threat. So I will make sure to play Falcon right this time if I play him. We'll have to see how this goes. All right, so my turn's done. I'm going to flip back over to the villain side of stuff. So the first part of it is underground distribution is going to get a threat. Next up, the Klaw is going to see Captain America sitting out there. And I'm at full health, so I'm going to take this attack and see how it goes. The Klaw's got a special thing here. When he attacks, he gets 2 boost cards. So what we see is, oh, we have two special icons. So this one says deal 1 damage to each hero. So Captain America is going to take a damage from that. And this boost says exhaust each ally you control. So I'm going to go down to 10. I do have my Captain America shield, so I get my retaliate of 1. So he's going to go from 12 down to 11. And that's going to be it. For his attack, that's going to be it for his attack. Now we get his encounter card. So the encounter card says, ooh, Radioactive Man. Oh, he's got 1 scheme and 1 attack, and his forced response is after Radioactive Man attacks you, discard 1 card at random from your hand. And then the rough thing is he's got 7 health. Look at that. Holy cow. Oh, I think I'm going to have to drop a heroic strike on Radioactive Man. All right, so that is the end of the villain's turn, and we're over to the hero side of the board. All right, on the hero side of the board, I would kind of like to get the Falcon out there, but I'd have to use pretty much all my cards to get the Falcon out. Could Avengers Assemble. Could attack with Cap, Avengers Assemble, and then attack again. All that work is going to get me to a point where I can just barely take out Radioactive Man, so that seems pretty lame. I can heroic strike and attack and take out Radioactive Man. I'd really like to use that heroic strike on Klaw, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think I'm going to have to use that on Radioactive Man. Yep. All right, so Cap is going to hit Radioactive Man for 2. Then we're going to throw a heroic strike. That's going to cost me 3. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 to throw our heroic strike. We're going to take out Radioactive Man. All right, so he's gone. I'm going to hold on to Mockingbird. I want to use Mockingbird. All right, so that's going to be the end of Cap's turn. Well, I could discard Mockingbird and... Nope, I'll just hold on to Mockingbird. All right. I'm going to draw back up to my hand size, which is 5 currently, so I get 4 cards. I have Make the Call, Shield Toss, Shield Block, and another Super Soldier Serum. All right. We will now go over to the villain's side. Klaw's going to scheme again. He's going to attack. He sees Captain out there. He's going to have 2 cards. And Cap's going to take it. What we see is 1, 2 damage. So is it better for me to... I think I'll hold on to this to use it as mana. So I'm going to take the 2 damage. So I take 2. That's a pretty good trade-off. I take 2, and he's going to take 1 from the retaliate because I have the shield. So there we go. He's down to 10. Interestingly, I have not done any damage to him myself, I don't think. I think all of it's been via retaliate stuff. All right. So next up, we're going to get a... encounter. So encounter card says Sound of Manipulation. When revealed, Klaw, on the hero side, I take 2 damage and Klaw heals 2 damage. So I'm going to go down to 6. 6, and the Klaw is going to heal 2 damage. So he's going to go up to 12. So I was talking about doing damage to him indirectly, but now we're back up to him being full. So, end of that discussion. Alright, so we're back to Cap's turn. Now we got Captain America. We got a shield toss out there, which could do 4 damage, but that's not really super impressive. We could do a make the call and bring the Falcon back, because we could make the call. But I think I want to get this super soldier serum out there to use later, so let's make that a priority. If I make that a priority, we're going to do 1, probably 2, in order to get the super soldier serum out there. All right, now why don't we hold on to 1 so we can make sure that Wonder Man attacks. Why don't we, as Captain America, let's thwart for 2. Take 2 off of this defense network. We will shift over to Steve Rogers. We will pay 1, 2 to get Mockingbird out there. And she's going to stun the Klaw. And then I will pay 1 card. I have to discard a card to attack with Wonder Man. Wonder Man will hit the Klaw for 3. Knock him down to 9. And then Mockingbird is going to thwart and get rid of this defense network. Alright, so we can start working on making sure that underground distribution stays in check. Alright, so that's going to be the end of Cap's turn here. We're going to untap a bunch of stuff. Alright, and I'm going to draw 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I've prioritized getting these resource generators out there, so I'm hoping that pays off. So there's my honorary Avenger. There's Hawkeye. I think Hawkeye's going to be really good this game. He'll be nice to get out there. It'll probably be one of the first things I get out next round, assuming things work out the way that I want them to. All right, so back over to villain side. First off, the main scheme's going to get 1 threat. The Klaw, who sees Steve Rogers out there, is not going to attack. Instead, he's going to scheme. Wow, he's got 2 scheme plus 2 more 4. So that's all the scheme he needs to finish off underground distribution. Alright, maybe that wasn't such a good idea. Alright, so we have the secret rendezvous now. And another minion is going to come into play. So the Klaw is meeting with the Crimson Cowl, and we get another minion. That's not a minion. That's not a minion. That's not a minion. Maybe we'll find one eventually. Nope. 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 Okay, there's a lot of minions in here. There we go. Armored Guard. He's going to come out and he's going to be tough. Alright, so the Klaw finished scheming. He revealed that the Armored Guard would jump to the minion phase. Now the Armored Guard would scheme, but he's got 0 scheme, so he doesn't do anything. Now we go to the encounter side. Grab an encounter card, and what we see is Masters of Mayhem. When revealed, each Masters of Evil minion attacks the hero it is engaged with. If no attacks were made this way, search the encounter deck and discard pile from Master of Evil minion and put it into play. So, if I look at this, when revealed, each Master of Evil minion attacks the hero it is engaged with. Oh, minion. So, it wouldn't count with the Klaw being a villain, right? So, I don't have any Masters of Evil minions, so I'm going to go looking for one to engage with me. Alright, so we're going to look for I'll go for the first one that comes out. Weapons Runner, Assault, Advanced, Sound Manipulation, Claw's Vengeance, Tiger Shark. Oof, he's a big one. I'll shuffle that up. Okay. There's a lot of tough action going on there. Now is when that shield attack would be kind of nice to kind of spread out some damage. Alright, so it's back to my turn. This is definitely not easy as the Rhino playthroughs. Alright. Well, I guess the good thing is when they'll attack, there's a retaliate that'll take that tough off of them if I let them hit Captain America, but we're not there. And it would have been nice to have Hawkeye out before all of this stuff hit. Okay, so on Steve Rogers' side of the board, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to use our genius to bring Hawkeye out. Because he costs 1 less because of Steve Rogers' ability. Hawkeye comes out, he gets 4 arrow counters. 1, 2, 3, and 4th arrow counter. Alright. Other things we get to look at is we want to save up for that heroic strike. We want to heal first, so let's recover 3, so we're going to go up to 9. And then we need to get rid of some of those bad guys out there. So I'm going to flip back over to the Captain America side, and we need to do a little bit of damage. So I think that heroic strike is going to have to go off, and it's going to have to hit Tiger Shark. So we've got a fist which would stun him, but oh wait, we can make use of these. So I can hold on to these and don't have to use them. So we can go 1, 2, 3 to pay for the heroic strike. So that's going to do 6 damage, and well, it would stun him, but that doesn't matter. Tiger Shark is out. Alright, that's good. It's 1 less minion out there. Let us... Well, Mockingbird's not a Avenger. I can make her an Avenger, or I could use that to untap Captain America, which would be nice, or I could get the Quinjet out there. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Honorary Avenger to untap Captain America. I will next off, let's see here. We will, Mockingbird is going to attack the Armored Guard and get rid of the Tough. Alright, Tough is gone. We will use the Quinjet to allow Wonder Man to attack. Wonder Man's going to fly in and take out the Armored Guard for 3. Alright, getting rid of them minions. Right now, I went to all the trouble to untap Captain America. So Captain America is going to attack the Klaw and hit him for 2. Alright, we've got him down to 7 now. And yet again, I spin it the wrong direction. Hawkeye. Do I want to attack? No, I'll hold off with Hawkeye. We'll wait with Hawkeye there. Not quite yet. Alright, we'll be done. Captain America's going to draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that's not a big attack hand. I do like Steve's Apartment, though. I have a much better appreciation for that card at this point in time. Alright, so we're going to go over to the Klaw's turn. The main scheme gets 1. The Klaw would look to attack Captain America, but he's stunned, so he does not attack this turn. And we get an event card. And the event card is the Immortal Klaw. So that's going to get 3 on there. And that means we're going to generate an extra threat every turn. And he gets plus 10 hit points. So just as I thought, I was knocking him down. He's back up to 17 now. Ugh. Okay, let's see here. So one of the things we can do is now, so we've done our, that was our encounter. Now we're back over to the hero side. All right. One of the things is Steve has Fearless Determination, which is going to give him +1 thwart until the end of the phase, and I get a draw card. So we're going to draw a card. Ooh, Avengers Assemble. This could be a fun round. So right now Captain America's got +1 thwart. So he's at 3 thwart. He's going to get rid of this Mortal Klaw. No more Mortal Klaw. He's back down to 7. That's where we want him to be at. Okay. Oh, we still want to get Steve's apartment out there, though. So that's an Avengers Assemble. I think we can do almost everything we want, except make Wonder Man. Oh, I would have to potentially... Oh, I might need to give up. No, what I'm looking at is what I would like to do is Avengers Assemble. I could make Mockingbird an Avenger. Pull off Avengers Assemble. Attack with everybody again. Wonder Man at that point would attack for 4, which would be fantastic. What else have we got? I would like to get Steve's apartment out though too. So I would need 4. Need that in order to make Mockingbird an Avenger. Or I could use that to do Steve's apartment. But if I do that, then I don't get... Oh, wait. Use both of those to power the Avengers Assemble. Boy, this is complicated. Use this one to make Wonder Man attack. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We already did our thwarting there. He's a +1 thwart. So now we're going to have Hawkeye attack for 1. Knock the Klaw down to 6. All right, we're going to get Steve's apartment out. We're going to Avengers Assemble. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's going to untap all the Avengers and give them +1 attack and +1 thwart. So Hawkeye attack for 1 there. All right, so at this point in time, we will discard 1 to make Wonder Man attack, and that's going to use up his 3rd. Yep. But he's going to attack for 4. He's going to knock the Klaw down to 2. Klaw's now at 2. And Wonder Man is used up. All right, at this point, Hawkeye also has the advantage of the Avengers Assemble. So he's going to attack for 2, which is going to knock Klaw down to 0, and we're going to open up Act 2 Klaw. So now we've got Act 2 Klaw out. And I have to search really far to get that Immortal Klaw to come out. He's going to get 3 tokens on it. And he's going to start with 28 hit points. So I'll crank him up to 28. 28. This won't last very long because what's going to happen now is I have +1 thwart on Captain America. And I think I played that other one earlier that gave him another +1 thwart. Captain America is going to go out and remove all the thwart from Immortal Klaw. So it's going to go away because it's annoying. And we are back down to a Klaw with 18 health. So I think that round went pretty well. I'm kind of happy with that. So let's untap a bunch of stuff. Tap, untap. We're holding on to Mockingbird because she might end up being Klaw food this round. We'll see. All right. I'm going to draw 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we've got Shield Toss, Strength in Numbers, Energy, Avengers Tower, and Agent 13. All right, so we're going to get over to the villain side now. Get our 1 threat on the main scheme. Klaw's going to attack. He sees Captain America out there. Captain America's got 9 hit points. I think that Captain America is going to take this one. Take this one for the team. So we're going to take 1 damage. All right. So I take 1, and then my retaliate gives 1. That worked out so well that the Klaw is probably going to do something awful when I pull the encounter card, because that was too easy. All right, so let's pull the encounter card and see what happens. And we get sound manipulation. As a hero, I take 2 damage and Klaw heals 2 damage. Okay, so Klaw's going to heal back up to 18. So much for that retaliate damage. And I'm going to take 2, so I'm going to go down to 6. 6. All right, so we're at 18 and 6 right now. Oh, damn you, Klaw. All right. So we're back to Cap's turn at this point in time. So what we got going on here? We got some Agent Carter action, possibly. We have an Avengers Tower, which would let me bring up my ally trait by 1 if I've got multiple Avengers. So I can exhaust any number of allies and draw a card for each exhausted ally. That's kind of interesting at this point. Because they're not going to attack and do a lot of damage, I think this is actually the first time I've used this card for what it does. So let's do that. Let's do Strength in Numbers. We'll exhaust both of those and draw 2 cards. So I got another Strength in Numbers and a Shield Block. Not excited about that. But it's more mana to pull off moves. And I got to put a counter card out there for later, because I have to reshuffle my deck. Alright, I was hoping for something a little bit more fancy out of all of that, but it didn't really happen. So that's the way things go. Alright, so what are we going to go after here next? Let's go ahead and get Agent 13 out, I think. So we need to pay 2 for Agent 13. We're also thinking about maybe Cap needs to heal at the end of this round. Or I could hold on to my shield block and hope that my shield block handles things. Or I've got these other characters out there that are kind of primed to help defend Cap at this point in time. All right, let's go ahead and we'll not go over to Steve Rogers this round. We're going to stay on the Cap side. So that means we're going to have to pay our full cost for Agent 13. So we'll use this energy and our Super Soldier Serum, and we get Agent 13 out there. All right, so when she comes into play, I remove 2 threat from a scheme, take Secret Rendezvous down again. All right. Next up, we might as well do some beating on, I think. Let's attack the Klaw for 2. Attack the Klaw for 1. So we do 3 to the Klaw, knock him down to 15. Make sure he's got some damage on him. Then could bring the Avengers Tower out. And this may be, it's kind of a waste of the shield toss, but we'll go ahead and do that. We'll shield toss, which I'm going to use my Avengers Tower to do a shield toss, which says discard X cards from your hand, which is going to be my Avengers Tower. Return Captain America's shield from play to your hand. Deal 4 damage to X enemies. So since it was 1, it's going to be 4 damage to 1 enemy. So the Klaw is going to take 4 more. He's down to 11 now. And then I'm going to use this strength in numbers to put Cap's shield back out there. And I'm going to hold on to my shield block. All right, so we'll be done. So we got 3 allies. Big old stack of allies out there. An apartment and a couple of serums, and I'm holding on to a shield block. All right, I get to draw 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. What are we sitting on now? So we've got a heroic strike, power of leadership, and Avengers assemble. All right, got all the allies, but they're not really Avengers. Ooh, I can make somebody an honorary Avenger, so that might help out. All right, so we go over to the villain side of the board. So the villain is going to scheme. He just can't get this secret rendezvous going. It's like this, he can't get the meeting going. It's like kind of like when you get on a teleconference call and just goes all bad at the beginning. It's like Ultron's on, his uplink is bad or something like that. All right, so Klaw decides at that point in time, he's going to attack Captain America. And Captain's like, bring it. I got my shield. I got a shield block. I don't care what you're bringing. So we're going to get 1, 2 cards, and we're going to see 1, 2 damage. Oop, 3. 1, 2, 3 damage. And we're going to shield block it. And we have our shield, so we do a retaliate of 1, and he's down to 10. Take that. I'll take none, and you take 1. Stand to trade off like that. That works for me. All right, so next up, we're going to get encounter cards. And we're going to get 2 encounter cards. So let's see how this goes. So encounter card number 1. Oh, all right. So I need to go look for, there's no minions, so I need a Masters of Evil minion. Search the encounter deck and the discard pile for a Masters of Evil minion. So I don't see one in there, so I will shuffle that up. And then we'll go through here for one. We'll grab the first one that comes up. Tiger Shark. Oh, Tiger Shark, come out. All right. Next up, encounter number 2. Man at a time. Ooh, all right. That'll slow us down a little bit. It's actually kind of good because I can untap Cap and I can use Steve's apartment to get another card. So we'll go with that. We'll exhaust Steve Rogers, knock him out, and that makes that go out of play. So that's removed from the game. All right, so those are all of our things for that round. We're back over to our hero phase. All right, so one of the nice things we've got is we can use Steve's apartment now at the beginning of my phase, which is going to let me draw a card and heal Steve 1. Got another shield block. He's up to 7. I don't have any heroes I want to bring in, so that's not super awesome, but I do want to flip Cap back over to the Cap side. All right, so what we're looking at now is we have a heroic strike here, and that's 3 to pay for the heroic strike. There's an Avengers Assemble out there, which would let me do untap Cap and Hawkeye and do an extra damage, but I don't know if that's gonna be enough. Oh, I think I've got the Klaw. I think we're gonna take him. So here's what we're looking at, right? We've got 1, 2, 3 for the heroic strike. So that's gonna do 6 damage and stun the Klaw. So we'll throw the stun on there. We'll do 6 damage to him. It's gonna knock him down to 4. 0, 4. Oh, I forgot to use one of Hawkeye's arrows. I would knock the Tiger Shark down a little bit. It's not going to matter though because I'm not really targeting the Tiger Shark. All right, so the Klaw's at 4 at this point, right? So I've got 1, 2, 3, and then I'll use my power of leadership to untap Captain America and then tap him to attack. So we've got our 1, 2, 3, 4-5. So we get a big group beat down on the Klaw at the end to take him out. So that went pretty well. That was a little bit longer than the Rhino beatdown, a little bit more involved, but the Klaw is, I think, a little bit tougher of a villain, and I think that Masters of Evil set really adds to the difficulty of taking out the villain. So Cap still played great. I didn't really ever get scared on the amount of damage that I took. Maybe if Klaw had done like a double attack round, I might have been looking at things a little bit different, but churned through that pretty well. So looks like the base Captain America leadership deck is handling things well. So happy with that. All right, so I think that's all for this run through. We'll probably do another one with Cap versus Klaw. I think I have one way earlier of Cap versus Klaw, and that should round out our Cap stuff, our Cap versus Klaw stuff. So we'll have Cap versus Klaw and then Cap versus Rhino, and the next one would be to head back up to Ultron where Captain Marvel got destroyed, but we've got a new captain, and maybe then Captain America will be able to take out Ultron. So we'll see how that goes. I think the next one of these I'll do a Klaw Elite also, hard mode, and we'll see how well that works out, because the Rhino one, it didn't make all that much of a difference. We'll see if in the Klaw format that expert mode affects things a lot. So all right, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. Again, if there's any corrections, I didn't manage to get the Falcon out and play him wrong this round, so lucky for that. This time I would have played him right though. But yeah, that's it. So if you see anything wrong, let me know. Got suggestions on play style, let me know, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks. Thanks for watching this episode. Please leave any comments or suggestions you have below. If you like this episode, make sure to click on that like button, and you can click on the crazy jackalope to stay up to date with any new content that rolls out.